Welcome to the March-April 2016 episode of Access SCC. In this episode, we'll introduce you to some new updates in our edit suite's compressor droplets.
We'll also show you a tutorial of our new lightweight, easy-to-use travel jib, as well as talk about other camera supports available at SCC.
And we'll highlight the great work two of our producers are doing on their show and our producer spotlight. Stay tuned, Access SCC starts right now. Most people really love editing in our edit suites and polishing their show, but no one likes dealing with all of the confusion presented by compressing your show from master control. Starting in March, you will no longer need to deal with all of the confusion of compressor. Here's how. Coming soon to an edit suite near you, Droplets. These nifty new icons will take all of the confusion out of compressing your show for master control or a DVD. It works like this. Instead of choosing File, Send to Compressor, and then finding all of the proper settings from Master Control, now all you'll need to do is choose File, Export, QuickTime Movie. Now just name your file and click Save. Final Cut will then turn your timeline into a single QuickTime file. That's your show. Trouble is, Master Control doesn't like QuickTime. This is where the droplets come in. You just click, drag, and drop your show on the HD or the SD Master Control droplets and click Submit. Make sure the name of your file matches your compliance form and click Submit one last time. Shortly after that, your show will appear in the Master Control folder as the MPEG file they need. Then you can turn in your compliance form and schedule some time for your show to play. Also, I should point out, if you want to put your show on a DVD, there's a droplet for that as well. Those files will end up in a producer local folder on the desktop. So come on in and compress with confidence at SCC.
Hey everyone, Ted here with TED Talks at SCC, catching you up with all things Suburban Community Channels. SCC's 2016 grant program deadline passed at the end of January. For those of you who submitted an application for the chance to receive up to $1,200 to help you with your production, you'll be receiving a follow-up letter from me the second week of March. Important information for you about your grant, so keep an eye out for that. Now, the next time you come to SCC Studios, you may notice a few things looking a little bit different. That's because we've either recently added or will soon be adding some new equipment to both Studio A soundstage and the Studio A control room, which is where we're at right now, as well as a few new field production items available for checkout by you. Now in Studio A, right here, we've already installed the new Mackie audio board. It functions pretty much the same as the old board, but looks really nice, but also has a few bells and whistles and a little bit less coke spilled on it. If you have any questions about the new audio board, ask a friendly SCC staff person. We'll also soon be replacing and installing a multi-viewer that will replace all those lovely black and white monitors that Ben loves in the control room. Now, the black and white monitors will be replaced by one huge LED panel, and it will be in living color for your pleasure. Now, additionally, we added a third flow light kit to our field equipment. We will now have two 3-point LED kits as well as a 2-point LED kit for your checkout. You'll soon also be able to check out our new Kessler Pocket Jib Traveler. It's much lighter and easier to use than our old jib, but just as smooth and efficient. So stay tuned. Later in the show, Andrea will demo that very jib for you, as well as talk about some other gear. Now, speak of demoing that new jib, the first chance to see it in action was at SCC's Producer Club meeting in March 5th actually. The Producers Club demoed all of SCC's camera support systems, and there's a lot. The jib, the shoulder mounts, the fig rigs, and more. It'll show you also other types of camera support equipment that are used by professionals in the field every day and non-professionals like you, and other quality supports, and we have more than any other access facility in the Twin City area. Now here's the first Save the State for the 2016 Awards Night. This year's awards will take place once again at Kellerman's Event Center in beautiful downtown WBL, Thursday, September 29th, so mark your calendars now. Or as Ben's gonna do, he's gonna load it in his iCal because he's a hipster. Now lastly, relatively long-time SCC staff member Andrea Paulette has moved on to the next platform in her career journey. We wish her, Andrea, good luck and affirm all the best to you, Andrea. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact a friendly SCC staff person at 651-747-3830 or stop by the studio. Thanks a lot, and that's all for this edition of TED Talks on SCC, and I am done talking. Everybody's happy for that.
Next, let's talk about one of our upcoming youth programs. Teen Video Boot Camp will be taking place this July. This video has all the details.
No! I can't believe I could do this to me. Worst day of my life. I'm going to the library and read my favorite book. Look here, Miss Lady. You got my Pretty Fairy Princess book?
Okay, let me check. Sorry, sir, but our only copy of the Pretty Princess book is not here. It's checked out right now.
What?
I said it's checked out, sir. It's not here.
What is always happening to me? Why is it always happening to me? Just yesterday, I was eating a Snickers. They said you're not yourself when you hungry, so you eat Snickers. How come this dude bumped into me? It made me drop the little last piece of Snickers I had. It was like this much. He didn't have to do that to me. It was a little piece. I could have had he's my worst enemy. I don't know why he would do this to me. I don't know why this library would do this to me. That was my favorite book. But I swear, I'm gonna find that book, no matter what.
What are you doing?
That's the book I was looking for.
Still, it's rude to knock the book out of somebody's hand while they're reading.
I ain't knock out your hand. I just lit it up on you to see if it was the book I was looking for.
Still, it's a bit rude to do that.
I don't care. I'm on a really tough quest to look for my book.
And
I don't know the word for really tough quest. Expedition. Thank you for my grammar. So now you're just gonna go back to reading. Just going back to reading walruses. Reading backwards in a book. You just gonna keep reading your book while I was talking to you?
Why did you grab it in the first place?
Because I was seeing that was the book I was looking for. That's the book I'm looking for. No reason for me to look anymore with you.
You could have just given it back.
I did. I just but then you want to go and have an attitude. But then you gonna go back to read your book. How you gonna start with the attitude, but then go back to read your book? That's what happened.
It's not my fault that you sound annoying.
So now you're talking about my voice? My voice is elegant, ma'am.
All I heard was blah, 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 blah.
SCC wouldn't exist without all of the great programs our producers create here. We like to recognize the hard work and dedication of our producers in our Producer Spotlight segment. This time, I sat down with Dallas Pearson and Jeff Williams, the producer and host of the show North Star Oasis, that you can catch live every Saturday at 4 p.m. right here on Channel 15.
Hi, I'm Jeff Williams, host of North Star Oasis.
And I'm Dallas Pearson, producer of North Star Oasis.
Best producer on the face of the earth.
Well, it started out life as a Tony Hernandez show, and then Tony decided to go on to other things, and we left that particular flavor of show and decided to do a variety show based on history and current events. And
local events.
And local events. So I do a lot of video of local events in my other duties, and we blend that in with the military historian aspect of Jeff.
And we look at this as an opportunity to educate. A lot of your regular mainstream TV shows will only give you sound bites, but they never really go in depth on issues. And that's kind of what we bring, is a little bit more depth than what you're going to get on a regular and I'm not talking cable access, but I'm talking your mainstream, whether it be your cable networks or your broadcast TV, 4, 5, 9, and 11. They just don't go in depth. And sometimes we'll take a whole hour and we'll focus in narrowly on one topic because we feel that, an educated populace is more enlightened and able to make better decisions.
Yeah, you'll see the mainstream media do a 5-second clip out of a 2-hour event and then fill in with some talking head to say, here's what the event was about. And that's not what we do. We'll almost never do a clip that's less than 2 minutes. With Tony, it was about a year and a half, and we've now been doing this for about a year and a half.
We started this in November of 2014.
Yeah, so it's been closing on a year and a half here as well. And I really like the aspect of the military historian and going deep into the subject. That has a lot of appeal to me because those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. I'm actually certified in a couple of different stations. SCC just gave me the opportunities that I wanted. It gave me the staff support that I needed. And the cost structure, it just gave me all the features that I needed to actually do a show. And it's probably the best facility in the entire Twin City area for doing that.
When I was a young undergraduate student at then Lakewood Community College, now Century College, I actually was in this facility back in 1990. And so I've got history here. Even though I didn't have a regular show until Dallas brought me aboard, I'd taken one of the studio classes 25 years ago. I'd done some work back in '94. I produced I was the host of a couple of shows back when I ran for school board. And I've got friends who've done a lot of work out of here. So this, for me, is home.
Well, we've won 2 awards for the show. One as the Tony Hernandez show, and then one as the current incarnation of North Star Oasis. And it's interesting to win. It's kind of exciting. And
it's always exciting to win.
we hope to win a few more.
And we got the Community Involvement Award last year. And I think one of the aims of the show was to be involved in the community. So the fact that in our first year we're winning the Community Involvement Award, I think it was a job well done.
Yeah. Community television is a unique experience. It's something that you can't, it's an experience for us and for the viewer that you can't get in regular TV. You're getting local aspects, you're getting local programming, you're getting things about your community that frankly even like Channel 5, Channel 9, Channel 11 just don't do. You get topics and you get depth of discussion of topics that just isn't there on any of the mainstream media channels.
We don't get paid for this stuff, at least those of us who are not staff for SCC. And we do it because we love doing this and we love being part of the community. I think the biggest thing that I would like to see is just, to have people, just to know that people are watching. We had a joke last year, when we started this a year and a half ago, that we got 5 viewers because we don't really get a chance to see the demographics of viewership. So for a whole year we ran into, we got our 5 viewers out there. Well, I think now a year and a half, it's safe to say that we probably got 10 viewers now.
If we go too much larger, we lose the aspect of local programming and being able to bring in the local events because the local Hmong soccer tournament wouldn't be interesting to somebody in southern Minnesota or Iowa. So there is a closeness, there is a need for the local events, which basically we produce and broadcast around Congressional District 4, from Stillwater out to SPNN, CTV 15, and down into Grove Heights. And that's pretty much our syndication at this moment. And that's probably as much as we would be able to do maintaining the show as it is.
And I think that's, we're at the right size. We really are. And I think Dallas has just done a bang-up job in, getting this to this stage. I really think that. I think the world of it.
We're live here at 4 o'clock, simulcast with SPNN down in St. Paul. So all of St. Paul, all of the SCC TV range. We also play on CTV 15, and we play on Inver Grove Heights Town Square TV, and we play in Stillwater. The times of that I'm not so sure on. I think they also play the ones in Stillwater on Thursdays, but I'm not certain of the times there.
I'm
watch
having a
the
ball.
show. It's
Watch
great.
the show, and hey, we're having a ball.
"2016 has brought some new equipment to SCC. In this next segment, we will show you how to use our brand new checkout camera jib. The Kessler Pocket Jib Traveler weighs 5.5 pounds and can support up to 10 pounds of camera equipment. A spring-loaded clip is included to safely attach weights for balancing the system. To maximize creative potential, the Kessler Pocket Jib Traveler is only 27 inches in length while collapsed, but can reach a circular travel distance of 72 inches while fully extended. The system includes pan and drag friction controls for fine-tuning your shot. Everything you need to make a big impact in one small kit. The setup is as follows. Set up the included tripod at the desired height and location. It is important to level the head of the tripod using the bubble level on the tripod's head. Take out the jib and mount it in the tripod. Unfasten the Velcro strap. Loosen the drag knob, lower the jib arm level to the ground, and tighten the drag knob. Unfold the counterbalance arm and slide into the jib arm and fasten. Unfold the camera plate. Remove the tripod plate from the bottom of the camera and attach the camera to the jib plate. Loosen the counterbalance telescoping arm. Extend enough and add weights. Extend the jib arm to the desired length. Extend the counterbalance arm with weights to the point when the camera remains level when not being touched. Loosen the drag and pan friction knobs, and the jib will be ready for action. When the jib is not in use temporarily, please carefully detract the arms and remove the camera and weights. To get certified to check out the jib, you must take our Advanced Field Production Tools class. If you have already taken this class, staff will simply go over the new instructions with you upon checkout. If you're not sure how this tool will benefit your production, here are some examples of shots that can be achieved using the jib. You can learn more about this jib and our other camera support options at the next Producers Club on March 5th from 1 to 3 p.m. Call 651-747-3830 to sign up for our next class.
Well, we're ending this show on a sad note. After a solid 5 years as public access staff here at SCC, Andrea's leaving us on March 1st.
I am,
It's
yep.
sad.
Yep, moving on to new opportunities.
Well, we're happy for you, but we want to ask you a few questions before you head out the door. We've worked with you both for, me a little over a year, Brandon not quite
almost a year.
Almost a year
Yep.
now. We've had some good times together. Is there any times you're going to miss? What are you going to miss most?
I think what I'll miss most about SCC is just all of the people that we work with day in and day out. All the producers, many of whom have been here much longer than I have. All of my students in my youth programs, the staff here. Really, it's a great group of people all around, and I'm going to miss working with everybody every day.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite memories?
I think every big thing that we do is a good memory just because it's something we've been able to offer the community. So awards, volunteer picnic, anything like that, open house. But I would say specifically my favorite is when we started finding avenues to show our youth films out in the public, not just on our channels, but at film festivals, going to the EDU with the kids, and they got to see their film up on a big screen. Was a really great moment, and I hope that they will continue to have that kind of success after I'm gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, Andrea really has been doing a great job with all of our youth programs here over the past few years.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're going to miss you around here a lot. So, and now we're just going to take a look at a little slideshow that I put together for Andrea.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Sorry. Hopefully you can cut that because I responded way too quickly.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny-backed toad. Oh, I've finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you'll do then? I bet they'll shoot down your plane. It'll take a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like you on the ground. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. Going back to my plow. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the horny-backed toad. Oh, I've finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. Horny-backed toad.
That's all we have for you for our March-April Access SCC. You can learn more about all we have to offer by visiting our website.
Stay up to date with news and events by following SCC on our social media pages.
Sign up for classes and events by visiting the studio or giving us a call. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Williams, the producer and host of the show North Star Oasis, then you could catch framing wasn't so good on my part.
This July. This video has all the details. Sorry, I wrote that and I didn't even know how to say it. Okay. Do one more. I lost it a little bit.